Yellow.
This is the guy from Charter. He was on,
Open.
yeah, Rob. So he
Makes sense.
was in there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to call the May 8th East Hempfield Township Planning Commission to order. Let's start with the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There is no comma before under God.
All right,
After
before we
the
get
guy
started,
knows
I'm going
my
to
husband.
ask Mike if you'll be a voting member tonight to fill in for any missing planning commission members. Our first order of business is approval of the April 10th, 2024 Planning Commission meeting minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I think the minutes reflect their meeting. I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as presented.
Second,
All right, we have a motion by Mr. Rohr and a second by Mrs. Byrne to approve the April 10th, 2024 meeting minutes. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 6-0. All right, our first action item is the rezoning of 949 Church Street for a portion of the golf course from recreation open space to community business center, the CBC zone.
So on behalf of the Rec Authority through the township, I'm here to represent our request. It is rezoning approximately just over 6 acres of land at the corner of Church and Stony Battery Road from recreation open space to community business. The reasoning behind the request is the Rec Authority was created at a point in time to encourage other options to generate income for the property. To do that, it needs to be rezoned to something different than park and recreation, which limits what can be done on that piece of ground. There's no plans whatsoever to do anything at this point in time. We have explored various options, commercial in nature, something that is community oriented, that provides some synergies between that use and the golf course. But what that is, we don't know. John Enoch is on the Recreation Authority, he's here representing them as a board member. Not much else I can tell you unless you have some questions.
Is that a separate parcel then, that 6 acres?
It's
Or-
going to remain as a parcel of the golf course. It's not going to be segregated. It's not going to be sold.
Okay.
It's going to remain part of the townships. But it will be leased, long-term lease.
Do we have a zoning map that we can pull up so we can see the surrounding zoning districts?
Give me one moment.
Right now, what's on that piece of ground is a parking lot and a grass field, I guess you'd call it. And then the maintenance building is up there.
Used to be mini golf.
Yes, yes.
Long time ago.
So it has some commercial history.
Can still see parts of it there.
Indian Springs had a mini golf course there.
The foundation of the old shack are still there.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Part of that parcel, stormwater management,
Part of the parcel what?
stormwater management.
There are
You mean
no
the hatch
stormwater-
line in the middle?
The parcel itself we're looking at, I'm not talking about the zoning that I had up on the previous display. Yeah, right now, the only thing on there is, the maintenance building, I
Yeah,
believe.
there's no stormwater improvements on that parcel right now.
Like there's an inlet on the maps. It shows an inlet going into, and it's got a berm
Oh, along the road.
out the road.
I think that's road drainage.
Yeah.
It seems like, just from the picture, it looks like a berm, like a small.
None of the water authority wells are on that.
No, the water authority well is on, just on the other side of the creek.
Okay.
Or, the
Yeah.
water course, whatever you want to call it. They do have a water water line in there. No, they don't. I'm talking about the Hark property. The Hark property has the well on the opposite side, which is now the water authority. This parcel, maybe if we put up a visual. This parcel has just the macadam parking, a portion of where the driving range was, the maintenance building, and then a grass field where the mini golf used to be. And we realize if this goes through that we would have to move the maintenance building. It's probably gonna be relocated to another portion of the golf course property, exactly where, we don't know yet. But it's essentially right in the middle of what is being proposed to get rezoned.
And the land across the road is the same zoning, right?
In West Hempfield.
Oh, that's West
Yeah,
Hempfield
it
there.
is.
Okay.
And I think it's industrial zoning.
Industrial.
Industrial or
commercial, I
something,
can't
yeah.
remember.
So it fits with.
Yeah, the connecting
Bank,
part
yeah,
there is
Wise.
what's happening in West Hempfield, for sure.
Wow, wise up the street there. Daycare facility across the street. Does anybody else on the commission have any other questions? Is there anybody online that has questions, Nate?
No one on Zoom. Well, that's made a comment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ready for a motion?
Yep, I'm ready for a motion unless anybody has any other questions.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we recommend approval of the rezoning request of 949 Church Street, subject to staff and engineer comments.
I'll second it.
All right. We have a motion by Mr. Rohr and a second by Mr. Caldas to recommend adoption of the 949 Church Street rezoning map amendment and ordinance subject to all staff and engineering comments. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes 6-0.
Thank you.
All right.
That was easy.
Any old business? I don't have any that I knew of. Anybody have any questions on the project report?
The deeper roots thing, so allowing accessory structure in the ag zone. Can you tell me more about? I assume that's Roots Nursery there.
Yeah, they want to, do a contractor business to build decks, and the accessory structure is a display deck.
Okay.
So they're going for, I believe, 2 variances, one for the use and one to allow that display.
and Colebrook Associates, legal
The-
action got postponed.
Yeah, the applicant couldn't make this May meeting, so it'll resume June 20th. They're scheduled for the foreseeable future on the third Thursday of every month.
Very good.
Any public comment?
Not on Zoom.
All right. With that, we will adjourn the meeting. Thank you, everybody.
Somebody's here. Yeah.